How's it going out there? Pretty rough ride today. Dollar up, everything else down. So I guess that's the way it's going to work. Um, we Daily chart. We got a breakout for the dollar, closing above previous highs now. So now we got support on the way up, breaking the previous high, gaining steam. Then we got more support going higher. Just barely support. If you can get a straight line out of this, it'll be fine. We had a support here, and then we crossed the previous highs. Now we got more support. Definitely a bullish move right off that hammer, right off the support. So we all saw it coming. Dollar up, everything else down. Now we cross the EMA 813 on the weekly basis, and pretty obvious two-bar reversal here on the weekly, closing on its highs so far for the week. Let's see. Here we go. All we got to do is take out previous highs, and then it's blue skies. We might have some resistance. And I got previous lows coming at 103, previous highs at 104. Looks like 105 would be a nice number. I guess it's not blue skies on the way up, but it's not going to let me take it back past 86. But you can see this consolidation pattern here. And right now, we've got a flat top break coming, breaking this previous high. Could very well reach these highs over here. So definitely bullish. It's on a continuation pattern on a long-term chart. Two-bar reversal on a monthly. Let's see if we can find some double tops today. Let's see. There's a two-bar reversal. Nothing set in stone yet. It'd have to close that gap. Came pretty close today. You got support on the upside of the gap, and then you got support on the bottom side of the gap. Is that a throwback, or is that So on a daily, we got a two-bar reversal. Weekly, we're still hanging in there. It looks like we got a blow-off top so far. And for the month, even though it's beginning of the month, look at that falling star forming. So bearish so far for the month on S&P. Let's see. 4-hour chart. You can see another falling star here. That was a very telling candle on that one. For the hourly, you got a bearish retracement doji right there. Two-bar reversal. Well, not a two-bar reversal, but that is a double top on the 60-minute chart. The two-bar reversal became a three-bar reversal, breaking previous lows, and then a gap down continued. Bearish retraced, hanging man, and continued. Bounced off support of that gap, So we'll see what happens from here on out. Gaps are support and resistance lines. Dow Jones, let's go back to the daily. That's a 2-bar reversal, closing 50% of the previous candle. That's some dark cloud cover, bearish encompassing. I don't know what you want to call it, but it made a high and then it came all the way back in. For the week, not much, just a spike high. For the month, another falling star forming. Nothing's confirmed yet, but it has bearish intentions for the rest of the month so far. NASDAQ, nothing much going there. Daily 2-bar reversal. It's got to cover the gap first. Once it covers the gap, it's going to run into previous highs, getting down into the gap into the previous breakout. I don't know. We got a 2-bar reversal. Looks pretty deadly on all three. I wonder if I can. I don't remember, but I'm just going to see if I can see anything going on here. And a falling star action. Not a true falling star, though. On the dollar. Trying to find it. I don't see any reason why the dollar is going to come down. But I got lots of reasons for the indices to come down now. So, watch out below. Some steep inclines. Not a lot of support on those steep inclines. Those parabolic moves. Right now, Shanghai Composite, I got a lower high coming in. Coming off this hammer, I got a lower high so far for the week. Got one more day of trading for the week to close. I got lower high here. And a bearish encompassing on, it looks like a falling star. Falling star. Lower high. Bearish encompassing. It's got to hold support. Closing on its lows. Looks like this one's coming down to gather its legs. Here we are. 10-year Treasury came all the way back up into resistance on that downward trend line. And that's not set perfectly, but whatever. Catch my drift. We had a 2-bar bullish, gapped all the way across resistance lines, came into resistance and got rejected. So we'll see if this can gather its legs here, make a nice tight U, or is it going to come back down into support lines? We'll have to see. But right now, it came all the way back up on the other side of the pattern today. Nikkei, ooh, look at that. Bam, bam. Little gap, not much of a run. Looks like it's getting stopped out. Little previous high action, slowing it down. It is closing above previous highs. So it gapped, went through resistance, came back into support. We'll see how that pans out. But right now, that looks bullish. That's a bullish throwback. Little gap and run. Not a huge run, but it did come back into support and closed above previous highs. So there we go. Crude. Looks like crude put another reversal bar in. A little topsy-turvy, getting A little confusing over here. It is above support on the daily. Waiting for this thing to flat top break. Looks like it wants to go through all the way through this little pattern. So far, it's not making any swift decisions at all. Daily has support. Weekly, so far closing below the EMA 8. It does have higher lows. I'll give it that. Crude's been very sluggish, so I don't know what to think anymore. The previous break was weak, barely went up, got whipsawed, came back into support, and now it's gone sideways for weeks. Where 50 break should have got us to 60 already. I don't think it's going anywhere. Doesn't seem like it. Coal held the previous low, and Trump's been on the podium talking about coal, clean coal. And those smokestacks for coal energy, those are highly filtered, so it's a lot cleaner than the EPA has been telling us for the past 8 years. Cleaner than a lot of other energies like, Fukushima nuclear energy. Well, it's probably going to kill the whole Pacific Ocean. So here we have it. Coal's a little bounce. Double bottom. We got a double bottom working. Let's see if this can retrace back up. The first retrace will be a bearish retracement, but then we get an opposing point, and then we can climb the stairs. So, lots of work to do. Lots of work. Looks like a left shoulder ahead. So let's get into resistance. Make our right shoulder for a daily bottom. You got the A, B bottom. The start of a reverse head and shoulders. Let's see if it can do it. Let's get a bounce all the way back into previous lows. Looks like a bullish piercing pattern forming so far for the week. Got one more day. Let's see if it gets stopped out on previous lows or moves on in. Let's close 50% of the previous candle, making this a nice bullish piercing pattern. Let's see. Looks like steel came all the way back in to support after its little run up. Yeah, it closed a lower high and did not recover from it from yesterday. We get support at 36. See what happens. And there we have a bearish piercing pattern forming. Not confirmed at all, but it has that trading action so far. We got quite a bit of time for the month, so it's just forming, as I say. Gold, pretty rough. Rough waters in gold today. You can see the monthly price is in a pinch, came into resistance, came back not yet into support. So look for a little bit more retracement on gold. Had a beautiful bounce yesterday, but then took over today. Still at support lines. So we still have a line of support. I wish there was a bigger bounce off of that support line though. Broke down previous highs, knocked it back. I got previous highs over here and previous lows at 1217. Let's see if we make sure that we hold 1220. And that's where our SMA 34 is. And a huge double back on the weekly. That's is it the 1-2 punch? Let's see. Or is that a bearish dark cloud cover, bearish encompassing? We got one more day of trading to get this thing back up above 50%, where lo and behold, I got previous lows and previous highs. So let's do a little recovery tomorrow and get this thing back up $15 or so. It's coming down to meet the 8. We've been going up. These things don't go straight up forever. And plus, we have a V bottom. V bottoms don't work. I need an opposing point. The V bottom needs an opposing point. Maybe price comes down, makes an opposing point, matches with the 8. But remember I said that the volatility really comes in when it starts to interact with that 34. So right now we got rejected. We got rejected by the 34 on a weekly chart. So watch for prices to come back in to support to gather its legs. Definitely a bearish encompassing pattern. On silver, I got lines of support. And it's 1740. I got the EMA 8 on weekly at 17. So let's definitely not go below 17. Let's catch support and churn around on a dime. That's bearish encompassing dark cloud cover. I got a double top now. It got rejected by the SMA 34. Definitely encompassing previous candles. Gather its legs. Make another try. And as far as I can tell, I got one try there. And then I got 2 tries here. It come down, make an opposing point, and then I got 3 tries coming through. Watch the 18 break after this wants to gather its legs. And you gotta watch those reversal bars. Take heed with those reversal bars. Once it took out that reversal bar, then you gotta know that falling star is in effect, and it really just tumbled right over, didn't it? But our resistance was that weekly SMA. Things get really volatile over that 34, that's for sure. So let's gather our legs, come back, make a nice sharp U. We were looking for a right shoulder to come in, and this is our chance here, as this right shoulder needs to be short and quick to carry on the momentum. Copper's still struggling with support for the weekly chart. It got rejected here, so I'm not sure if it's going to continue downward or consolidate where it is. Looks like a bearish retracement here, and I got a falling star, and then here, holding on. Definitely a bearish encompassing pattern. Support's got to hold. I got a double bottom. Daily is a higher low. That's not a true falling star, but it has that action. And then the continuation. Bearish encompassing. It looks like a breakdown of the 8. Came back through the 34, came back above the 8, got rejected one more time, and then now we're trying for previous low breaks. Copper. The more time it wastes, the less momentum it gains. So, daily chart looks pretty weak. Support after that hit. It's like a little bearishness coming in on copper. Let's take a gander at just the minors. I got a sea of red, so I'm not going to go over everything. Just make sure you hold those support lines. A lot of them, the right shoulders are coming in on the reverse head and shoulders bottom patterns, those weekly patterns. Watch any rejection on the 34 weekly. Just a tough day, tough week actually. Started off good. Yeah. GDX. Looks like a continuation. Couple up days, then a continuation. Right now it's holding support on previous highs. We need to get it back above into previous lows. Pretty drastic right shoulder, that is for sure. Pretty drastic. Yeah, that's pretty drastic. Total rejection came down into support. So I'm looking for maybe a 2-bar reversal on a weekly. Tomorrow, let's see how we bounce. Be careful on the downside. We've been waiting for an opposing point. So maybe this is just going to be short and sweet. Just a huge head fake instead of just a 1-2 punch head fake. But we got a left shoulder, we got a head, now we have the right shoulder. Let's get a reversal on this weekly bar. Let's get back above the EMA 8 so we can continue on the upside. For the month so far, since it's so drastic, we're still holding support. So it came down into support, got rejected, came all the way back down into support. Little pinball. GDXJ, same thing on that week monthly chart. Let's check it. Previous low breaks. I got a gap here. It's got to hold that support line. The measured move is in, definitely. So let's see what kind of reversal we can get out of this by the end of tomorrow. I don't see any reversals. I see another rejection by resistance. Hourly. It's something trying here, but then got rejected big time. I don't see any reversal yet. Nothing significant. Terrible day. Let's see. Previous low breaks. We still have the reverse head and shoulders intact. Let's not break previous lows. Looks like it came down into previous break lines. Let's check that monthly, make sure we still have support. Yeah, there's nothing to see here. Nothing. And the weekly is probably my best bet. It's got to hold. Don't let previous lows break down. Looks like we got last lines of support coming in. See how this pans out. Doesn't look good for today, but we got one more day of trading. Maybe we can get the dollar to retrace back to previous breakout and then allow this to recover. But that is pretty drastic. Pretty drastic indeed. How far can they pull it back? I got a line of support here. So let's see this thing reverse tomorrow morning. And of course, Bitcoin. And a new high today. So we had previous breaks, and it had that first try into resistance, and it got rejected. Came all the way back down, and then caught all the way back up. Just one of those big, huge U's. But hasn't looked back yet. Look for those retracements, but I think this was up like $50 today. That's crazy. This thing has not stopped. Someone asked me a question about gold and silver. Which one should they sell on this downturn if they had to make a choice? And I think gold. Just because gold really hasn't turned around on its retracement yet. We've only got 1 week, and it's got plenty of room to come down, where silver has already broken previous lows, and so it's definitely coming down. Gold, on the other hand, not sure yet, as it's holding previous lows. So this was the best time to buy silver. So this must be the best time to buy gold. I'm confusing myself, I think. Gold's much more stable anyways. I would choose gold over silver. Silver's going to be one of those things where it's going to be much more rare to find than gold. So if I had a choice, I'd sell my gold first. It's just me personally, but yeah, I'd just sell gold first. Gold's much more stable. I think the ratio's off. Here, hang on 1 sec. So the gold silver ratio, I guess gold would be the better buy right now, but I would still sell the gold just because I'm a huge fan of silver. Silver has much more potential to go up 4, 5, 10 times more than gold does. So I think just personally, I would just sell gold first. Other than that, the gold to silver ratio has come down to 69. It was near 67. So the ratio says gold, but personally I would sell the gold instead of selling my silver. All right, well, that's about it. Sorry for everyone's grief today. It's a terrible, terrible put down. But that 34 on the weekly, got to watch it. Both gold and silver got rejected so far. Maybe we'll get a 1-2 punch. Maybe we'll get a huge retracement. But for now, it is bearish for both gold and silver. So make sure you keep that in perspective on the weekly charts. And I'll see you guys later.